Hello everybody, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. I'm recording this right after uploading the other video, so we're just gonna go ahead and get straight into it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let's jump on in. Strengths. Number 1. Overwhelming offense with Super Saiyan 3. Transform to nullify enemy special cover changes and endurance effects, as well as get huge offensive buffs that last for 100 timer counts and can't be cancelled. After transforming, Goku will nullify enemy special cover changes and endurance effect on entering the battlefield too. Number 2, charge the unique gauge by charging ki. Before transforming, fill up the gauge to restore ally health and buff their damage inflicted. After transforming, you'll be able to consume the gauge for buffs. Special move arts will be buffed to nullify unfavorable element factors, and special arts will restore the vanishing gauge. Number 3, many ways to shorten substitution count. If you transform when the unique gauge is full, then Goku's substitution counts will permanently be shortened by 2. Plus, ally substitution counts will be shortened when your opponent switches characters while Goku is on the battlefield. And also, when landing a special move arts, it's easy to get Goku on or off the battlefield. Break through your limits once again and show the world the incredible power of Legends Limited Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Goddamn. Sorry. Gohan Ball Legends is getting into my veins. Super Saiyan 2 Goku. His element's green. Sun Family Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Otherworld Warrior. And Majin Buu Saga Z. Yippee. Did you guys know it was supposed to be the year of GT? I forgot. I literally forgot. I thought it was supposed to be last year. The maximum is 38% to episode Majin Buu Saga Z, tag San Family, or tag Saiyan base strike attack and blast defense, and 18% to episode Majin Buu Saga Z base strike defense during battle. Alright, strike. It's restores on ki by 10 upon activation, and blast armor. Blast impact restores own ki by 10 upon activation. Okay. Special move. Greatly reduce the enemy's ki on hit. You'll shorten your ally's substitution count as well as make it easier to switch between characters. Deals massive impact damage, plus 30% to special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts upon activation. The following effects occur on hit. Shortens ally's sub count by 3, reduces enemy ki by 60. Blast armor when charging forward. Fucking melee again, you pieces of shit. Green card. Nullifies enemy special cover changes. You'll also charge the unique gauge, so use special arts to quickly fill it up to the max. Randomly draws 1 new card, restores own health by 15% and ki by 40, charges own unique gauge by 20%, plus 20% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. Jesus. Applies the following effects. Nullifies enemies' special actions that activate when changing cover to self for 10 timer counts. Main ability. Transform into Super Saiyan 3 and nullify enemy special cover changes and endurance effects. If the unique gauge is full when you do, restore the vanishing gauge by 100%. Transform into Super Saiyan 3. Restores own health by 50% and ki by 50. Applies buff effect. Nullifies enemies special actions that activate when changing cover to self for 10 timer counts. Nullifies enemies restore health when it reaches 0 effects when this character attacks for 15 timer counts. Cancels own attribute downgrades in abnormal conditions. The following effects occur if own unique gauge is full. Randomly draws at most 4 new cards when you have 3 or fewer. Restores own vanishing gauge by 100%. Increases own Dragon Balls by 1. Applies buff effect. Nullifies enemies destroy card effects to self for 20 timer counts. Applies attribute upgrade. Shortens ally sub count by 2 to self. Cannot be cancelled. Destroys all of your enemies' cards. That's pretty cool. I like the destroy all your enemy cards, increase Dragon Ball, and vanishing gauge by 100%. Drawing new cards is cool, but sometimes I fuck that up when I'm comboing. Moving on. Unique ability 1. Boosts own damage inflicted every time you use strike or blast arts. Not only that, but you'll draw a card up to 2 times, allowing for some serious combo power. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. Plus 160 to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. That's funny because Daima Goku says plus 170% to damage inflicted. Reduces damage received by 70%, cannot be cancelled. Plus 30% to ki recovery. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level. Minus 5 to arts costs. I'm pretty sure Daima Goku gives minus 10 to strike arts, but this is both arts, so I can understand why it's only 5. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer. Restores health by 10% and ki by 20. Charges own unique gauge by 10%. Plus 60% to damage inflicted. Activates once. Reduces impact, explode, and slice damage received by 10% for 15 timer counts. The following effects occur every time this character uses a strike or blast arts card. Randomly draws 1 new card, activates twice. Activation count resets after character switch. Plus 15% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 15% to health restoration for 10 timer counts. The following effects occur when enemy switches characters while this character is on the battlefield. Restores own ki by 30, shortens ally subcount by 2, inflicts enemies with attribute downgrade plus 10% to damage received for 15 timer counts, and inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 1 arts card draw speed level for 15 timer counts. The following effects occur whenever he uses a strike or blast. A little bit of combo, which resets. I mean, cool. This guy doesn't seem amazing so far, but this first ability is like, I'd say this first ability is like the standard of new units nowadays, with like a little bit of spice added on top, like fucking that episode of Teen Titans Go with the damn salt. That's basically what that feels like. Unique ability 2. Has a special cover change against strike arts. When you perform a cover change, destroy your opponent's cards and increase enemies' arts costs. Goku has excellent combo stopping power. Goku's unique gauge will charge when you charge ki, and filling it up will draw you a special arts card. Restore ally health and buff their damage inflicted. Knocks enemy back to long range if a cover change is performed against their strike arts attack. Activates during assists. Comboable with the blue card. The following effects occur when changing cover. Randomly destroys 1 enemy card. Activates 3 times. Okay, so he'll destroy 2 for 3 times when he changes cover. An activation count is shared before and after transforming. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 5 to strike, blast, and special move arts costs for 10 timer counts. The following effects occur when enemy activates a special move arts, ultimate arts, awakened arts, or rising rush while this character is on the battlefield. Restores own health by 15%, activates 3 times. Activation count is shared before and after transforming. Shortens allies subcount by 3. Cancels enemies' attribute upgrades and buff effects, activates 3 times. Activation count is shared before and after transforming. Shortens own subcount by 3 when enemy activates an ultimate, awakened arts, or rising rush while this character is on standby. Restores ally health by 20% when this character is defeated. Plus 50% to own unique gauge charge rate when an ally other than this character is defeated. Activation count is shared before and after transforming. Okay. Quickly charges own unique gauge according to key charge. According to key charge time while this character is on the battlefield. The following effects occur once unique gauge is full. Draw a special arts card next. Restores ally health by 15%. 15% to damage inflicted by allies, cannot be cancelled. Seals enemies' special move arts, and the sealed arts can't be used for 5 timer counts. So you've been doing a lot of fucking sealing. Like, sealed arts have been happening a lot over this past, like, 6 months to a year. They've been sealing they've been doing so much sealing. Same thing for strike and blast cards. I can't imagine that is freaking tag thing changes. No, it doesn't. Not that I see. Okay, blue card. Consumes 25% of the unique gauge to nullify unfavorable element factors. Deals massive impact damage, plus 30% to special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts upon activation. The following effects occur on hit. Shorten ally subcount by 3, reduces enemy ki by 60. If unique gauge is at 25% or more, consumes 25% of this character's unique gauge and nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 3 timer counts upon activation. Blast armor when charging forward. Another fucking melee. Oh my god. They've been doing that all year as well. Green card. Draw up to 2 cards when you activate a special arts and nullify enemy special cover changes on hit. You can combo into other arts, so use them to go for a KO. Consume 25% of the unique gauge to restore the vanishing gauge by 70%. That's higher than Daima Goku's. He was only 60. Applies the following effects to self upon activation. Randomly draws at most 2 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Restores health by 15% and ki by 50%. Or by 50. Plus 20% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. The following effects occur on hit. Applies buff effect, nullifies enemy special actions that activate when changing cover to self for 10 timer counts. Inflicts enemies with attribute downgrade, plus 20% to damage received for 10 timer counts. Comboable with the strike, blast, special arts, and special move. If unique gauge is at 25% or more, consumes 25% of this character's unique gauge, and the following effects occur on hit. Restores on vanishing gauge by 70%, inflicts all enemies with 3 substitution counts. Blast armor when charging forward. So this is a melee green. Ew. Gross. Greatly reduces all enemies' health restoration and draw a special move arts. You'll be able to deal big damage even to troublesome enemies with lots of health recovery. Draw a special move arts card next. Restore own health by 30% and ki by 50. Charges own unique gauge by 20%. Cancels enemies' attribute upgrades and buff effects. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 50% to health restoration for 20 timer counts. Requirements: 10 timer counts must elapse. Alright, his first unique. Get a massive offensive boost for 100 timer counts after transforming, with buffs to ki recovery, damage inflicted, and arts card draw speed. Every time Goku enters the battlefield, you can nullify enemy special cover changes and endurance effects, making it more difficult for your opponent to interrupt you and allowing you to knock out enemies with endurance more easily. Charges on unique gauge to 100% after transforming. Applies the following effects to self for 100 timer counts after transforming. Plus 40% of damage inflicted can't be cancelled. Plus 50% to ki recovery can't be cancelled. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 can't be cancelled. Minus 5 to special move arts cost cannot be cancelled. Nullifies attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions cannot be cancelled. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained. All of this is not for him existing. He transforms and gets it for 100 timer counts, which is not the whole match. I forget how long he has to wait to transform as well. How long did he have to wait to transform? Where's that main ability? 20 timer counts, so it goes until 120. It's not terrible. Applies the following effect to self when this character enters the battlefield. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer cards. Restores health by 10% and ki by 20. Applies buff effect. Nullifies enemies' special actions that activate when changing cover for 10 timer counts. Reduces impact, explode, and slice damage received by 10% for 15 timer counts. Nullifies enemies' restore health when reaching 0 effects when this character attacks for 15 timer counts. This is much better for existing. But like I said, this just is like gobbledygook to say he has the normal shit that every character nowadays has. This reduce impact explode damage though is a little extra. The following effects occur Every time this character uses a strike or blast arts card, randomly draws one new card, activates twice. Activation count resets after character switch, plus 15% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade, minus 15% to health restoration for 10 timer counts. The following effects occur when enemy switches characters while this character is on the battlefield. Restore on ki by 30, shortens ally subcount by 2, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 10% damage received, and minus 1 arts card draw speed level for 15 timer counts for both. Yeah, this is basically like, for me reading a lot of these abilities, this is just like keyword soup that says the same shit except with like 2 or 3 things that are different. So basically, he's your standard new unit with bigger number. Finally, after transforming, Goku will instead have a cover change against blast arts. Is that literally the only thing that changes here? I think it is, yeah. Yeah. Skimming through the bottom parts of this. Quickly charges unique gauge according to key charge time while this character is on the battlefield. It seems like he will just use 25% always, but then like when he's charging his key, it will never like go, this unique gauge will never go away, basically, like the counter unique gauges do. This guy seems okay. I can't like go through and like see every single different I can't tell you how good he's gonna be based off of just this information. It's really gonna have to be a thing where like we take him into PvP and see how good he does. I'm not the person for that though. I mean, I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go into PvP with hopefully him and Daima Goku, but I'm not gonna be like using him any good. I'm just gonna use him because he's funny. Yeah, but that's about it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya!